Good morning. My name is Aspyn McKenzie. We live in a rural area where a majority of people in this community are farmers or ranchers. Backyard conservation efforts clean our air and water supply and improve the quality of our soil and habitation for wildlife. Although I live in town, I had a pet pig right in my backyard and sometimes even in my own house. It's kind of a funny story about how I ended up with a pet pig. My dad saw a Facebook post and decided a pet pig was just what my family needed. It was surely an adventure. I was able to do my part for conserving our natural resources by owning a pet pig in town. Pigs benefit our environment in many ways. Today, I will discuss with you how pigs create a better ground for plants to grow, how to feed pigs food scraps, or even slaughtering pigs safely to leave no waste behind, and lastly, the importance of composting pig manure to produce healthier plants for our consumption. Pigs spend most of their day rooting their nose into the ground. The reason being is because pigs have a very good sense of smell. These pigs are just in search of food. When my pig was just a baby and we had her inside our house, she would root her snout on the doors. When she was bigger, older, and finally able to be put outside, I would bet that her snout was very appreciative. The ground is much softer than a door. She had a fun time tearing up the ground in her pen outside. How does the rooting from a pig cause the ground to become softer? By the movement of soil, air is allowed into the compacted soil. This creates fresher air for us to breathe in. Pigs also increase soil activity. An increase in soil activity is important because the nutrients of soil cycling for the environment releases energy back into the soil through living and non-living organisms. Feeding table scraps to your pig is a great way to produce food waste. But you may ask, is it safe to feed your pig food scraps? Of course, there are always both risks and benefits for any activity you may participate in. An act to protect pigs from harmful food waste was passed in 1980. This is the Swine Health Protection Act, in which Congress passed in order to protect pig herds. The act states that any meat products, oils, or juices are foods that you should not feed your herd. Food products that are safe for your pig to digest are fruits, vegetables, any dairy products, and bread. Feeding your pig items such as these prevents them from being wasted. As stated by California Academy of Sciences, food waste is the biggest portion of our landfills. Allowing food waste to decompose in our landfills releases greenhouse gas into our air. To do our part, we can feed these food scraps to the hungry pigs. Only if these food scraps are of those stated in the Swine Health Protection Act, of course. Now, we will shift gears into the benefits of slaughtering pigs. For all the people in this room that love bacon with their eggs in the morning, pork chops with their mashed potatoes for supper, or ham for a nice Thanksgiving meal, it's important to know that slaughtering is an important process. The benefits of slaughtering include the safety of consumption for the consumer and nutrient pollution control while working with the body of the animal. Slaughtering any animal is good for our environment simply because we are not letting the remaining parts of the animal go to waste. If we were to leave the dead body of the animal, bacteria is released. This bacterium puts humans at risk for catching a disease. One of the hard truths of owning a pig is that all pigs produce waste, and getting rid of that waste can be difficult. The best way is to compost. What is composting? By creating a composting product, is it good for gardening? Composting is a process in which food waste, manure, and organic matter are transformed into rich soil that allows plants to grow even healthier. A result of the process of composting is that roots go through the ground even easier. During the summertime, my grandma spends a majority of her time in her garden. I helped her with gardening by using the manure from our pig to add to her composting pile. Since my family enjoys the food produced from her garden, I would say it's an even share of work. In the heat, the harmful organisms from pig manure are broken down. By the end of the summer, the composting pile is ready to spread throughout the garden. By next summer, the garden will be ready for the production of healthier plants. It is quite simple to participate in backyard conservation. In our rural area, as a majority of people in our area are farmers and ranchers, we benefit greatly from acts such as planting trees or plants, recycling, etc. Participating in conserving our environment cleans our water and air, allows healthier life for our wildlife, and improves our soil. The topics I shared with you today discussed how pigs create a softer ground with their snouts for easier plant growth, the importance of following guidelines to create a healthier environment for both pig herds and humans, and the process of composting pig manure for plant growth. Investing in a pig was a great choice for my family and for our environment. If backyard conservation is important to you and you're looking for a unique way to do so, I would recommend getting a pig. Thank you.